Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. It's been a really long time. I actually started this very video probably a good year and a half ago, and then I just kept giving up on it. Life got in the way, new job, the devs obviously destroyed the game as usual, you know, certain things like that. So I actually started this video a long time ago, and due to a lot of requests, even to this day I keep getting on YouTube requests to get on and get it finished. So I've decided to get my button gear and actually finish this video. As you guys can probably tell, this video is going to be about port battles, if you didn't guess that already. And this video is, as stated, a video for the noobs on how to do port battles. Honestly, port battles is the biggest part of this game. If you didn't know that, a lot of you new players probably don't know that because you just get on, do the PvE, try to rank up, get big ships, go out there and fight some NPCs. Maybe you get attacked by a player here and there. PvP is a big part of this game as well, but to be honest with you, RVR or port battles are by far the biggest part of this game. It's what really keeps the game alive. Is the idea of getting an entire fleet together, no matter how many ships. Most of these battles will be about 20 to 25 versus 25. Getting all of your friends together, as if you can't tell by looking at this, each and every single ship in this video that you're watching right now is a player from somewhere around the world. And that's, to me, the most amazing part of this game, is the fact that everyone in here are friends. They're all working together as part of a nation to conquer the map for the most part. Every ship is a different player from somewhere around the world, as stated, all working for the same nation, trying to get their nation to become the biggest, the best, the most badass nation out there, to conquer as many ports, to become the most powerful. On top of that, it's all about clans. You cannot get into a port battle unless you are part of a clan. As you can see, some of the names above these guys, they've got a clan next to their name, and they have to be in a clan to be able to participate in a port battle. So for all you noobs out there, if this video helps you get interested in port battles and gets you set on that path, just know the very first thing you need to do when you join this game, look for a clan that is active in RVR, that is active in port battles. You know, there's a lot of clans out there in each and every single nation. But if you want to be part of port battles, you've got to pick the right clan. Pick the clans that are actively trying to help the nation get better, get bigger, get stronger. No offense to any of the other clans that aren't, but if you're interested in port battles, don't be joining those little teeny tiny clans that are just saying, we're here to do whatever we want, we're not going to help, we're not really going to help out. This game thrives on port battles. Each and every port is conquered by a different nation, and that port gives certain bonuses to that nation. So if you're going to get into this game and you want to help your nation out, become part of a good clan that's going to learn how to do port battles and help that nation become bigger and stronger and conquer more of the map. The bigger the nation, the better the nation, the more scary the players are when you get in that nation, and that's just how it is. This video is going to cover how to start port battles, what to do in port battles, how to get to them, the rules, the regulations on the port battles. Maybe not what ships to do. I'm not going to really go over certain ships you have to have for port battles because those change on a regular basis. The developers of this game are constantly changing things. But definitely how to do port battles and what they mean for your nation. Again, watching this video, I just love this video too. Just everyone working in coordination to sink the other fleet. It's really not as easy as it might look. These battles, as you can see, take almost an hour and a half to hour 40 minutes just to finish. So without further ado, let's get started on what to do for port battles. Alright guys, I wanted to start off by going over the map. This is the map you will see in the game, Naval Action here. And as you can tell, there's only 4 nations in the game. Pirates, British, French, and Spanish. The Pirates, if you're a new player, the Pirates will start right here at Mortimer Town, that little port right here. That's their capital port. British at Port Royal, the Spanish at La Habana, and the French over here at Fort Royal. Those will be your starting positions. Whenever the map resets every 6 months, every single port except for those capital zones, which each capital has a few ports that's in its zone, all ports will be blank. Will not have any flag over them, will not be owned by any nation. except for the capital ports by that nation. The main objective from there is to have your nation expand. You want to expand and get your nation bigger, like I said, and stronger, obviously. So we go in here and you can see there's a lot of ports, and this map is pretty big, coming from all the way down from Venezuela all the way up into the Gulf of Mexico, even up onto the Florida coast. There are even a few ports over here in the middle of the Bermuda. No one really bothers with those too much, but you know, they're there. And on top of that, there's actually some ports right here known as the Hidden Isles, which are right underneath this picture. So it won't show it on the map, but you can sail out there and you will run into some ports. I don't even know who owns them. I've never been out there myself, to be honest with you. So how do you start? Once the wipe comes, each port is again neutral. You'll start at your capital port. You'll then rank up, get combat medals, get a flag, and start expanding your nation, helping your nation to expand. Again, you can't really do this as an individual. You're going to need to be part of that clan, get your clan built up, and start taking ports. By taking these ports, they're going to start giving your clan money. Your clan will make money off of the more ports, and as long as those ports are valuable ports. Don't just take anything. You need to take ports that are going to be valuable to your nation and to your clan to help make some money. There's a whole thing that goes into that we can explain a little bit later. So let's go over BR real quick, which is battle rating. Battle rating is what you'll find on each ship up here in the top right hand corner, where it says BR 400. This is for a first rate victory. As of right now, the devs have made it to where all first rates are 400 battle rating. Little third rate up here, as you can tell, 200, quite low. And Endymion, which is a fifth rate, not a shallow water ship, which I probably should have shown, has a BR of 100. Why is this important? If you go to your map and you hover over each and every port has a different BR limit. Well, for the most part. All ports are part of a region. In this region, which has got a capital port of Port-au-Prince. As you can tell by looking at the orange lines, every single one of those ports that has a line leading to Port-au-Prince is part of that region. This is not as important right now during this update. This used to have a little bit more special significance in the past. I'm sure they'll bring something back to where it's important once again. But for now, the only important thing you need to remember is each port has a different BR limit. If you're looking at this list, down at the very bottom, it says Port Battle BR Limit. This has 20,000. Obviously, with how low the BRs of ships are at this point, there's no problem getting 25 first-rate ships of the line into this port, into a port battle. Now, as you can tell, go over here to Leogain. The port battle BR limit is actually different, 10,600. I think right now with the BR being as low as it is, you can still get almost an entire full fleet into this port battle. I'm pretty sure. I don't know the exact number, but you probably can still get 25 first rates, if not most likely 20 first rates and a few smaller third rates. As we go over here to NIPS, this is 5,700. You will not be able to get in a full fleet of first rates into this battle. At most, maybe 10 of them, plus a couple other little ships. So that does play special significance down the road on each port and port battles and how you're going to play them, how you're going to set up for them. You do have to look at that BR, and that does play a significant role. So how do we set a port battle? Well, real quickly, again, you have to be in a clan, so I really don't want to go over this too much. Go to a port, check to see how many combat medals you have. I have 301. Come down here to Admiralty, click Exchange, and look at a conquest flag. Conquest flags cost 100 combat medals. How do you get combat medals? Through doing various little missions throughout the game and or patrol zone. And a few other little random things as well. So, purchase conquest flag, confirm. There we go. That's going to go into my warehouse. Conquest flag. There we go. You then stick that on whatever ship you're going to sail down to place the flag. It's just that you have to go place it on the port. Now, where do we go from there? You click quests. Click conquest. Come over here. Let's see. Contoy. If I click Contoy, that's the port right next door to this one. It'll show you owned by Great Britain. This is the clan. It's owned by CFS. There's the region. Here's how much money it's making every time. It's a deep water port, so you can use first rates. The important thing you need to look at, though, is attack window. You have to plant the flag within this window, 01 to 04. Well, let's open up our map. Contoy right here. Yep, 01 to 04. What time is it? 02:32. So we can easily go down and plant a flag at this time zone. Once that's placed, tomorrow, so the next day, 24 hours from when that flag was planted and port battle set, not from when it was planted, I guess I should say from when that flag was set and the battle is set, 24 hours from that time is when there will be a port battle the next day. Alright, so you sailed to the port. Here we go, port battle's already started. You go there with your fleet, and here's my fleet. There it is. There's my fleet. Once you get to the port, you'll open it up. As you can see, there's two different lines. Now, how do you open up the port battle itself? You'll click on the tower or click on the cross swords. This shows an outside line. You must join on the outside of this circle. The defending team must join on the inside of that circle. Over here on the side is the information tab. It shows you there's 11 Swedes, 1 Brit in this port. It's going to give you the BR of the port, what ships, how much BR is in the port battle at this time. Alright, let's begin. Alright, so port battle starts. As you can see, it says up here, you're the attacker. You need 1,000 points to win, which basically means destroy the enemy fleet. Down here on the right, it's going to show you your circles, captured or not captured. We have 0 points. Enemy has 0 points. Alright, let's head right on over here to the circles. See if we can get a good view of these. These are the circles. There's 3 circles in every single port battle. There's never 1 or 2. It's always 3. As you can tell right here, you got circle C, A, and B. You need to get ships into each one of these circles to capture the circle. The enemy can also put a ship in the circle to contest it. If each team has 1 ship in the circle will not gain any points. If you have the circle and the enemy team does not have a ship in the circle, you will gain 2 points from that circle. So, as you can see now, we've captured 1 circle, we're about to capture another circle. If you look in the bottom right hand corner, it's already got that we've just got a few more points. Yep, there we go, capture a few more. Now, for every circle you capture, you get 2 points every 5 seconds. If an enemy ship gets into that circle, it contests it, and therefore no points will be awarded to that circle. If you have 1 circle and the enemy has 1 circle, then no one will gain points off those 2 circles. They'll contest one another. But whoever owns the 3rd circle will actually start getting 2 points off that circle. So the entire battle is basically try and get into the circles, make sure the enemy team does not make points off the circles, make your own points off the circles, and or contest the circles so that no one gets them while you sink the enemy ships. Kind of complicated, but pretty simple in the long run. Basically, you get 2 points off of every circle. If you get all 3 circles, no enemy ship gets in the circle, your points are going to go through the roof. First team to 1,000 is going to win, whether it's sinking ships, which you get points for sinking ships, and or capturing the circles. Alright, so let's talk about the actual fighting in the port battles. Every fleet's going to have a port battle caller, or a port battle commander, the main admiral if you will. This main person is going to be calling the battles for you and your fleet. They're the ones who make all the moves, tell you where to go and what to do. If you decide not to listen, you're probably going to get sunk a little bit sooner than you want to. And you could end up causing your fleet to lose the battle, in which case you probably will not be invited back to another port battle, so you don't want to be that guy. The best thing you can do, listen to the call. That's the main thing, and they'll always tell you this for every port battle commander. Just listen to the call, even if it means you probably charge in and get yourself sunk. If that's the call, you gotta do it. Now, from the very onset of the port battle, the caller is going to be paying attention to a multitude of different things. One is where's the wind coming from. From the second that port battle starts, he'll be paying attention which direction is the wind going. He'll also be paying attention to when is it going to change, and hopefully getting his fleet into a better position so that when it does change, he's got an advantage. He's going to be paying attention to the enemy fleet. What ships are over there? How many ships are in the enemy fleet? How many ships are in the zone fleet? All these things are very important. He will be paying attention to the circles. He's going to be looking to see if the enemy fleet's sending certain players to those circles, and what players is the port battle commander going to be sending of his own to those circles to combat them. If you're going to end up fighting in the circles, you need to know what you're doing. You need to be a good player. No one just wants to send anybody over there because you're most likely going to be in a 1v1 versus whatever other players are in those circles. So he's going to send most likely his most experienced players to the circles to capture them. Again, whatever fleet can capture all the circles, they're going to end that port battle a lot quicker and they're going to win a lot faster. So the circles are imperative. If you're stuck back in the main fleet, other things are important, as in playing as a team. You're going to need to know how to stay in a line, how to accelerate, decelerate. Do you know what you're doing in the first place? If the port battle commander tells you to tack, you need to know how to tack through the wind. If he tells you to wear through the wind, you need to know how to turn around and wear through the wind. All these things are important. If you don't know how to play the game well enough, don't try and jump into a port battle right off the bat. You need to get some experience in the game itself so that you know exactly what to do before you jump into one of these big battles. That's very important. Some other important things are, what type of ship are you going to take? You need to take a crafted port battle ship. All ships that are actually crafted and built for port battles are going to be far, far superior than any NPC captured ship and any DLC ship. Now, I know with the update that's just come out, they've changed a few things on the armor of ships and how they take broadsides. Some ships are going to be a little bit stronger than others. Those DLC ships can actually take quite a bit at the moment, but I bet you anything, just like normal, these dumbass devs will probably change some stuff around. So you need to have a crafted port battle ship. You need to have the right mods on there. Are you going to build it for speed? Are you going to build it for tankiness? Are you going to build it for reload? Are you going to build it for boarding? Are you going to put marines on there with hammocks and go and board whatever you can get close to? Those are actually pretty deadly ships, to be honest with you. If you can board a player, kill them in about 4 or 5 moves, get out of there, you've just helped your fleet out a tremendous bunch. And it's actually pretty scary to try and get away from those who are going to board. It's very important you pay attention to that stuff. Something else that I've noticed is the comms. Today, a lot of players think they don't need to jump online and actually get into the communications with any port battle fleet. Most port battle commanders will not take you into a port battle unless you get onto communications with everybody. Now, I've noticed they're all using Discord, so if you don't have Discord, download Discord, get on there, and get in with your clan. Most clans these days are using the Discord over TeamSpeak. TeamSpeak used to be a pretty big thing. Now I think everyone's just kind of sticking to the Discord. It's a little bit easier. But make sure you get into comms. If you do not get into comms, you're most likely, again, not going to get invited back. I've made that mistake of taking people who aren't in comms, and I too really don't invite them back. Winning is just not as easy as you think it is. You need to play as a team. You need to get together in a team, watch each other's side, who's taking focus fire, who's getting broadsided the most, who needs to be covered, who's getting their stern torn up. All this stuff is things you need to pay attention to when you're in a port battle. Who do you need to help? Don't go off on your own. You're most likely going to get sunk. You need to stick together. There's just a lot that goes into these port battles. Alright, the battle is won. If you want to open up your map, you can actually look at the port. We're going to look at this port in particular. The pirates have attacked the Spanish. It's contested by pirates, and the pirates won the port battle, and therefore that is why you see the port flashing. It's going to have both colors on there, Spanish and pirate. And because Spain lost, the pirates are going to get the port after maintenance. Until maintenance, it will continue to flash, and both nations, Spain and pirates, can enter the port. After maintenance for the day, the port will remain in the pirates' hands, and they will be able to gain any taxes off that port. The port, again, cannot be attacked for 2 more days. If you are interested in looking for when there's going to be port battles, you can actually go up here while in the map, click on More, come down to Conquest Information, and Port Battles. This is going to give you information about what port battles have been set for the day. It'll tell you what clan versus what clan. It's going to give you what nation, the dates, and the times that port battle starts. You can even click on these little dots and it will take you right where that port is, because I know there's a lot of ports in this game. You just don't know exactly where they are, so you can always click on this and it'll take you right to it. Alright, so to wrap this up, I know I've been told in the past my videos are pretty long, and sometimes that's a good thing, sometimes it's a bad thing. I agree, sometimes they can be a bit long. And really, I didn't even get all of the information about port battles into this one video, but I really do hope that you guys enjoyed watching this video. It's been, the first one I've made in almost 2 years. It's been a long time. I'm not quite sure I will continue to make more. We shall see. I guess if I keep getting enough people asking me to make more videos to help out the noobs, then I'll probably, take some time and make a few other ones out there. Hopefully they won't be this long. And I really hope that watching this video kind of showed all of you new players out there the real joy of doing port battles, why they're just so much fun. Getting all your friends together, getting your clan together, everybody, and as a team fighting off another fleet of enemy players. You have to work as a team, you have to communicate as a team, and just to win these port battles, it just makes it so much fun. And it seems like these battles take forever, but at the end of the day, sometimes they just go super fast. The best reason to do these, I mean, you're gonna get your nation to be bigger and better. If you win the port battles, the better your clan is, or the better your fleet is, the more likely you are to win the battle. If you win the battle, the bigger your nation gets, the more powerful your nation becomes, and really you get more from it. If you take these ports, you're going to get more taxes from them as long as you take good ports. So the best reason to do this is just get your name out there. Get into these port battles. If your clan is a clan that's constantly fighting, constantly in the port battles, you guys are winning, your name is going to become big. Your clan name is going to become big. The rest of the server is going to know if they ever run into you in open world, say a PvP fight somewhere or in the patrol zone. They're going to know, okay, these guys know what they're doing. They're not noobs. And that's really what you want. You want your clan name to get known. You want to get out there. You want everyone to know who you are. Most port battle commanders are pretty well known throughout the server because they're the ones who call these battles. And so that could be a great thing if you want to be a caller. You might get well known throughout this game. It's a game that's pretty small, so it's actually pretty easy to do. Rewards from doing port battles. You get the port. You're going to get more money from taxes from that port, and those taxes go straight to your clan warehouse. That money is going into your clan warehouse is going to help you build better ships or buy better materials, be able to afford better things. That's another great thing about winning these. Getting more taxes, you get more loot. But one last thing I really wanted to talk about is the fact that in the past we've had a big problem with no-shows. No-shows are clans or nations that think, you know what, we just don't want to fight this port battle because if we don't fight the port battle, then we're showing the enemy that we're better and we're not giving them content, and that's going to make them stop. Guys, it's not worth it. It's really not worth not showing up to these port battles. Just because you feel like you're going to lose anyways does not mean you should not show up. If you have a chance to get into a port battle, get your ship together, get over there and get into a port battle. Whether you win or lose, you need the experience. Even if you lose, it's going to be better for you. You're going to learn, and hopefully it's going to teach you something. So anyone who no-shows, I know that you think that you're doing good, you think that you're being funny or something, or showing the enemy, oh, you know, we're just not going to give you content. You're really just depriving yourself of learning and content as well. So if you want to become better, you just even grab your DLC ships, it doesn't matter, get over there, get into these port battles, whether you win or lose, whether you sink, show up and fight. And honestly, that's it for the video. I really appreciate you guys showing up and watching this. Hope you enjoyed it.